like this in your UML diagrams. Subsystem and components, as we discussed the packages and subsystems. As you are seeing, this is a symbol of our subsystem or subpackage. So we can show it like this: component interface and then subcomponent. So this is a component to which this subcomponent belongs. So there are the component interface and component name. This is component interface, which is having a subsystem also. Now what is the association? Association means what? It is a relationship between two and more things. So the semantic relationship between two or more classifiers that specifies connections among their instances. A structured relationship specify that objects of one thing are connected to the object of another thing. So this is a student and this is a schedule. So entity one means student are connected with the schedule. For examples, we can see the our online classes schedule. So every student is connected with this everyday schedule. So you people have to join your classes online, or you have to go to college and you have to attend the classes schedule. So there is a entity named as student, another entity is named as schedule. So there is a relationship between the schedule and the student. So and the entity course, these are also having a relationship. Different courses having different type of objects or different type of subjects. That means it is another method of representing the relationship. What is multiplicity? We studied the relationship between in ER diagram as one to one, one to many, or many to one. These type of the relationship we studied already in our ER diagrams, entity relationship diagram. But in UML, this ER diagram, this relationship is one to one, one to many is called as multiplicity. So it is a number of instances of one class relates to one instance of the another class. So for each association, there are two multiplicity decision to make, one for each end of the association. As you are seeing that this is the entity professor, instructor. So there can be 0 to 1. So if we talk about the class, there is minimum 0 instructor. If there is no class, then 0 instructor, or maximum is 1 instructor at a time. But the course offerings can be 0 to star, means it can be 0, means if there is no instructor, then there is no course offering. Of course, then it will be lead to 0. But one instructor can have multiple course offering. For example, if I will talk about myself, I am a professor, I am an instructor. I can instruct the BCA 4 students, I can instruct the BCA 6 students, different courses, and I can also teach the BCA 2 also. So I can take many subjects, so I am offering many courses. So one instructor can offer 0 to star, means multiple course offering can be done. So this is a class, and this is also a class. So there is a relationship, multiplicity relationship. So this relationship in ER diagram will be called as one to many relationship. But in UML diagram, you have to represent it in this form. So for each instance of professor, many course offerings may be taught. As I studied, I told you, for each instance of course offering, there may be either 0 or 1 or 0 professor as an instructor. So if we talk about the course offering only, so it may possible that one subject can be taught by multiple faculties, or it can be possible that the college doesn't have any faculty for teaching of this type of subject or this subject. So this is a rule of multiplicity. And there are different multiplicity indicators. Unspecified means that it will be blank. Exactly 1, that means 1. 0 or more, many, or limited, unlimited. 0 dot dot star. So this is a representation which the UML takes. And or you can say star also. As we know that in ER diagram also, we have to write 1 and M. Or if we are talking about the many and many to many, then we have to write M and N relationship. So this is also compulsory in UML diagram also. 1 or more means minimum 1 is required, and maximum can be any number. 0 or 1, so optional scalar zone, 0 dot dot 1. either it will be 0 value or it will be 1 value. Specified range, if you want to specify, minimum value should be multiple of should be 2, and the maximum value can be only 4. So if any class you want that the student or any system use, they can use in the form of only 2, means 0 possibility is not there, 1 possibility is not there. Minimum 2 objects of particular class will exist, and maximum 4 will be allowed. Multiple disjoint range, so 2 or 4 to 6 means 0 not allowed, 1 not allowed, only 2 allowed, then 3 is not allowed, and 4, 5, 6 is allowed. So this is a disjoint range. This is a multiplicity indicators which are being used into UML diagram. Now, what is aggregation? What do we mean by aggregation? In ER diagram, that we have to create a class using different attributes of 2 different classes. That is called as a aggregation. Means it is a example of the multiple inheritance. So we can say if A is a class and B is a class, so A and B both is inherited into the class C. So the C class will be called as the aggregation class. So the aggregation is an association between the models. And aggregation is a special form of association that models a whole part relationship between an aggregate, the whole and its part. So aggregation. So aggregation is always be represented, and aggregation is a part of relationship. So part of relationship, it's not complete, but it is a part of relationship. So if we talk about the multiple inheritance, in if we are having A class and B class, and we are deriving C class from A and B, so C class will be having a small part of A class and small part of B class. So it is in a part of relationship. So multiplicity is represented like the other association, the whole and the part. So we say C is a class there, it is a part of A. So whole C class is having an association of A class, or we can represent it as a B class also. So there is a association relationship between the 2 different classes. It represented, it used in UML diagram. Now, what is navigability? As you know, in data flow diagram also we have to use arrows for flowing, for showing the flow of data from one place to another place. So one entity to the process, or process to the entity or file. So there is also an arrow. It shows navigability, indicates that it is possible to navigate from a associating class to the target class using the association. So this arrow is represent the navigability. So in UML diagram, you will find this type of relationships. So we will discuss in detail with the help of example, definitely. Relationship dependencies, a relationship between 2 models elements where a change in many cause a change in others, non-structural using relationship. So if you study this example, then we have to find the a small relationship between all these. So client and supplier. So class is client, and there is a relationship to the supplier. Then client package, we have a package. We had already seen the diagram of this package. This is a client package and the supplier package. So there is a dependency relationship. This arrow is showing the dependency relationship. So the client is dependent on the supplier. So we will represent like this. The component, client and supplier. So the client and supplier, this is, if you are creating a component diagram, then you have to use the component symbol only. You are using the class diagram, then you have to see the class diagram only. So client class is having a relationship to the supplier in this. So the client has a dependency relationship onto the supplier. In the same manner, if you are creating client or component diagram, then you have to represent your client in the form of component symbol. So this is a component diagram symbol. So client dependent onto the supplier. So this is a dependency relationship which shows us client and supplier. So we can create any type of the diagram, or you are been asked to create a component diagram for the same case study, and I can ask the class diagram for the same case study. So it depends in our choice. Now, generalization. What do you mean by generalization? General means it represents general attributes or general properties of anything. For example, if I will say student is a generalization concept. So, but if we will talk about the BCA student, so I had given a specialization comment in it. BCA means computer application student. So generalization means a common property to all student, teachers. It's a common, but I am computer science teacher, so my specialization is computer science. So generalization means that we are talking about the similar properties of a group of classes or group of objects. A relationship among classes where one class shares the structure and or behavior one or more classes defines a hierarchy of abstraction in which a subclass inherits from one or more superclasses. Single inheritance and multiple inheritance is a kind of relationship. I have to take attendance from where I have to take. How many participants are there? 9. Okay. Students, you have to write attendance in chat box so that I can save chat. So you please type your attendance in chat box, because I am seeing the Farhan, Mohammed Saif, Satyam, Sarthak, Anuj, Harshit, Vincent. Some students left. Where is Ayush today? Akash is also there. Ayush is not present, and Satyam is also not present, I suppose. Yes, Akash is there, I know. I am out. Hello. सत्यम, तुम्हारा मैसेज कहाँ है? भेजा है मैम प्राइवेटली जा रहा है. So everybody is sending privately, but where is yours? मैंने भेजा है अभी. Satyam Singh is there. Okay. You people are mute, but why you are not mute? Type in chat box. Okay, Satyam, type in chat box. So we continue it. Suppose I will say chat. I will save chat so that the people who are there will get the attendance. So now we talk about the generalization, specialization. So single inheritance and multiple inheritance we are talking about. So inheritance is always is a kind of relationship. Either it will be the single inheritance or multiple inheritance. Then example of single inheritance in UML diagram. One class inherits from another. So there is a class saving and class checking. This is our class account. This is super class parent. As in DFD, you people are creating you people create arrow diagram in downward direction if you inherit something. But in UML diagram, you have to give an upward arrow because this is a generalization symbol. So this is your generalization